Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. Today we have a post-mortem of sorts, I suppose. We are looking back at something that no one saw coming for Battle Rap in 2016. 2016 has been an incredible year, and for King of the Ronalds, they've had an absolutely fantastic kind of back catalogue and really making great movements forward. But this particular episode of Raw that was uploaded on the 23rd of November 2016, Fozzy versus Jack, you've probably seen it. There's a multitude of reasons you've seen it, and Deffinition, you just got in contact with me out of the blue, really, and just like, we need to do an episode about this battle. What was it that compelled you?
Well, it's battle of the year, isn't it? Really, I mean, one of the battles that people are going to look back on in 50 years' time and say, I need 2016 summed up in a year. I mean, look at 2016 overall. We've had Brexit, we've had Donald Trump become president. We had Glenn get killed on The Walking Dead. Spoiler alert for that one. We had David Bowie die. We've had countless celebrities die, and it's been a bad year in general. And I think that the perfect thing that sums up this year is basically this battle. To be honest, I think it's got a very historical standing already with me, and I just think it's a great summation of the year. It's been a bit of a train wreck. There's been a bit of racism. There's been a bit of just everything, really. Yeah.
Completely. Yeah, it's mad as well that this battle, 70, almost at 75k now, which is as kind of in a funny twist of fate, makes it the most watched King of the Ronalds battle.
Yeah, but it perfectly sums up King of the Ronalds. It's kind of like what you go to for. You go to King of the Ronalds basically to see battles like this. So yeah, it's good that it's the most viewed battle, because people from now on are gonna just join the channel. They're gonna say, "Oh, what's popular on this channel? I'm just gonna check it out," and they're going to see that and they're going to be like, yeah, this is the place for me.
Well, yeah, almost, with the foresight in mind, KOTR say on the description, their descriptions are always brilliant, by the way. If you ever watch any KOTR battles, definitely click down there. There's always some funny rant or off-kilter comment in caps. And it says quite succinctly and accurately, in 10 years' time, when you look back at KOTR, this should pretty much be the first battle you think of. Which,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, it is the flag. It is Fozzy and Jack. And before we get into it, Def, I just was recently honoured, really very happy to have Kanel, KOTR, king in the making, there, incredible writer Kanel on the show, and we did his battle rap resume, and he was obviously in the background of this, gives some great reactions. I think he calls it try out of the year later on. He invades the camera.
Oh, that's Kanel.
That's
Kanel. I was
Kanel.
going to say he's kind of he's really a good part of the battle, to be honest. Because he kind of sums up. He's the sort of the audience perspective. Sometimes in movies when you're taken into a fantastical world, like Hellboy, it's often shown from the perspective of a normal person just commentating on it, and he's he's more the eyes of the viewer, really, and on this journey through tragedy, some would say.
Yeah, he is the kind of Greek chorus, just kind of watching on and providing feedback. But yeah, Kanel, we spoke about, the battle. He was there live in person, and here's what he said.
I was in Manchester. This was the week before the Bobby Rex battle. I was supposed to be battling Stowaway, but he couldn't make it due to illness reasons. And normally I'd think a battler was bullshitting if they fucking said that the night before. But it's genuine with him, because me and Stowaway were originally supposed to battle in Denmark, and we got there and the event got fucking cancelled. So fucking I'll take what he says at face value and believe him on that one. But and Ben Carlo also cancelled, so fucking there was a bit of a shambolic 2-on-2 with fucking about 12 hours prep, me and Visceral versus Mickey and Hulk.
Right.
But opening battle was a tryout between a lad called Fozzy from Hull, and a lad called Jack. And in the second round, apropos of nothing, didn't have a context, didn't have a punchline, didn't have nothing, wasn't even the fucking end of the bar, didn't even rhyme with nothing. Fucking this Jack lad, who is white, against his opponent, who is also white, drops the M-bomb.
Yeah.
Chaos ensued. Hulk, who was holding the camera, was not a fan of this moment. In fact, although I don't think I need to go into too much detail about what happened, because it's currently on fucking 45,000 views or whatever. I dare say anyone who is fucking aware of Battle Rap Resume is fucking aware of this incident.
Yeah.
And has probably seen it several times.
Yeah. No, it was... and obviously you were there, and your reactions are quite well documented. And Bowski's face, when he says it as well, is just a treat.
Yeah, me and Bowski's heads fucking exploded, like...
And you
see it like fucking... They discuss it on the Dirtbag Dan show. Yeah, the whole incident's discussed on the Dirtbag Dan show. That's one that came out yesterday.
I need to watch that.
I was there going, yeah, that's Canel, he's funny.
So yeah, that was Canel. Thank you so much, Canel. Def, did you enjoy what Canel just said?
Yeah, through the magic of editing, I loved all of that. So yeah, really, I agree with his points about. To just clear up, I don't know anything he said, but yeah, completely agree with what he said.
And this battle it was just something that kind of, I can't quite remember how I actually came across it. Obviously, follow Battle Rap very closely, follow KOTR closely, but there was just a bit of a furore about this. I think I heard, White Kid drops M-Bomb. I think it might have been on Reddit, actually, on Cringe or something that I originally came across this, but, it was all there, but, we'll get to that. The thing about it is, even without that happening, it would still be a very notable kind of wreck of a battle, but,
Yeah. It just keeps getting better and better, to be honest. Yeah. You watch it and you think, right, they've had a good run. I've had a laugh out of this. Oh, wait, there's still 15 minutes left. And it just keeps getting better and better, which a lot of King of the Ronald battles do as well. Max Sherry especially, him versus H-Bomb. It just got better every round. I don't know how much King of the Ronalds pay the actors to do this stuff, but yeah, it's really good.
And Hulk behind the cam, we kind of open as King of the Ronalds is. There's no fancy graphics here. There's no heavy beat letting us in. There's just the kind of raw classic Clash KOTR logo. We're in there, and Jack is introduced as he's on your right and he's smashed, and he kind of just comes across the cam like off his tree, which is the perfect kind of precedent to set there. And then Fozzy, Fozzy he looks like the most stereotypical kind of 15-year-old emo kid in a park. It's quite remarkable.
He sort of looks like, when you were at school and there was that girl who was 15 and she had like a 25-year-old boyfriend. This is kind of what I always imagine, like the 25-year-old boyfriend to be like. Like when you're 15, you look at him and you think, oh, he's really cool. But when you're 25, you think, Jesus Christ. I think he probably does have a 15-year-old girlfriend. I'm going to go put that on record right now.
Yeah. And his shirt as well. It's kind of cats and that old man. It's very,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the fucker right in the pussy guy.
Yes, that's right. That's who it is. Yeah, I was trying to,
So maybe he was aware of what he was doing, like he was trolling or something, but who knows? Who knows what goes on in his mind? As we go through the battle, I think we see stuff like... He says he's not racist, but he drops the N-word. He's like, oh, I'm not racist. And then there's a Jax.
Mm-hmm.
He says, did you say that on the co-chair? On the co-chair, you were the only white person. He's like, I did say that. Like, well, to be fair, that was a fair observation. It's like, oh, right. Well, maybe he's a racist.
Well, he says, to kind of compound on what happens prior when he drops the M-bomb, Jack quotes Fozzy in that round and says, Fozzy had said to him outside, not being racist, but I was the only guy on my coach that was white. And like you say, he could have just not said anything. He could have just let it slide, but he just...
Could have shook his head.
He could have literally done it,
I did say that, you're right. Yes. Yeah.
And then when,
I'm not racist.
No. And then when Hulk hassles him to kind of repeat it, he says that he's happy to drop the M-bomb. It's the context that annoys him. It's like, oh, they won't get the joke.
Well, I think what it is he's hanging around too much with his 15-year-old girlfriend because white 15-year-old girls have quite a reputation for saying the N-word on the internet,
right?
And not really seeing anything wrong with it. So I think he's just been hanging around with his girlfriend too much. Hopefully she's young. She still has time to grow. She'll probably want a different relationship in future. Hopefully, when they break up, this will give Fozzy time to realize that he's been living a lie, basically. I don't know the guy personally. I should just say this all before I know I'm going on about this relationship, but
no.
That's just what I imagine from the brief glimpses of the character that I've seen.
Yeah, and it is quite the glimpse. I mean, his first round isn't necessarily. I mean, the first part of his first round isn't necessarily that bad. It's a very short round. He starts by saying he has no idea how to introduce himself. Which
it's short and sweet, isn't it? He's set out. He's thought, you know what? I'm just going to get to the point.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of bashful.
He's very meta. Meta.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, because he says when he goes meta, he's like, I could do a joke about your mom. But then he calls himself a troll. It's how he rolls. Yeah. And what's quite nice is he says, I've fucking choked. But it sounds like part of his verse. So when, you know what I mean? He's not like, oh, I've choked, man, I've choked. And he just kind of cuts it off, hand to the throat. It's kind of that continuation. I don't know, it's kind of honourable.
Yeah. You know what this battle reminds me of? Lunacy versus Bloodstraw. Fozzy's lunacy to me. I don't know if it's his cadence or his delivery or the accent, but I get little touches of lunacy. And Jax, I kind of get like a Bloodstraw style from where he's being aggressive. He's getting in his grill. He's trying to shut the venue down in the wrong atmosphere, basically. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It's the next. It's a tryout as well. So
yeah.
There's a lot of common themes there. With if we're looking at an analytical view of the battle, or we could just look at it as how it is, which is absolutely terrible.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and similarly as well, they both have meteoric views from the off. So I don't know if it's gonna mirror any further. And Jack is, Jack's surprised as we all are because Fozzy chokes very early, and it is quite distracting and disappointing. And Jack then clearly quite drunk, pocket checks him quite aggressively.
Really aggressive. They really pocket checks him.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all, the pocket checking stems from his continual theme in the first of, he couldn't pay his way here and that sort of stuff. It was quite hard for him. He got fired from a base rate pay job in a coffee shop. And then Fozzy does say, well, I had a job after, to be fair. And that gets a big laugh.
Yeah, he did. No, we've all been in situations like that where administrations had to let a member of staff go for things that were said in battles. And he's stood on his feet. He said, look, this has happened. I did get fired, but I've got another job, so I'm good. And everyone's like, oh, everyone loves a little underdog story. So I think Fozzy is the poster child for the underdog. I haven't been checking the internet much, but I can imagine that people are being really supportive of him.
Fozzy Balboa.
Yeah, Fozzy Balboa, exactly, yeah.
Mickey, holds his hand up and to kind of suggest to Jack, because Jack's kind of choking that he's going to end the round. And Jack's like, don't fucking dare. And then Mickey, he's like, I didn't want to. I tried to give you a chance, but, try to tell me what to do. It's actually really funny.
Yeah, I can slowly see he's starting to become a dictator. Mm-hmm. He's starting to rule over his league with an iron fist. You start talking back to Mickey, or you start saying things that he doesn't like in the battle. You're told to leave the venue straight away. It's a bit of a dictatorship, to be honest. And these King of the Ronald guys kind of scare me sometimes. I think that's probably why I haven't battled there, to be honest. I don't want to get cut off in a battle in front of my friends and stuff and embarrassed like that. So.
Well, no phones, he says as well. The common crutch.
He's ruling with an iron fist. Something's got to give. It's Stalin all over, I think. and countering that, Fozzy, I was kind of hoping someone would Photoshop a little Hitler tash on him, because he's already got sort of the dark black hair, side parting. So a little Hitler tash there would compliment him for his values, really, I suppose.
And speaking of Fozzy, he's back here in the second round. Says that he never backed out of the clash because because he was strapped for cash, admittedly, and that's another choke. And they all call him out, and he kind of stumbles to a recovery that he probably regrets.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes, it's good to keep going when you're choking. Like Shotty's done it a couple of times where he can pull it back and be really good. It's probably not worth continuing your round if you're just going to drop the N-bomb. But, I mean, he took a risk, and you've got to admire Fozzy for that. Fozzy Balboa. You've got to really admire the guy. He's really good. He wanted to give the fans their money's worth, I think, and he definitely did.
Well, before he says it, quite funnily, he calls Jack bold, and wordlessly, Jack takes off his hat, and he's clearly got a head full of hair.
Oh, no. It's like when Dirtbag Dan shaved his beard all over again.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he... Like, I was watching that today, and I was thinking, well, why did he not, like, bald wasn't part of the rhyme scheme or anything. He could have just said this mank cunt instead of saying this bald man cunt, because he knew he had hair when he got the venue. Maybe he's so unpredictable, Fozzy. You never know what angles you're going to be hit with. You can be a white guy and you can get racial slurs about black people said against you. You can have a full head of hair and you're going to get bald jokes. And I think that's why Fozzy is known as Fozzy Balboa, the underdog battler. And so many people support him because of his just his crazy angles that he takes are just so out of the box. I mean, you really got to admire the guy. I must actually preface this by saying that me and Fozzy were actually running for UKIP leadership. So, yeah, that's kind of why I'm being so supportive of him. I have to preface this podcast by saying that, just so people know where I stand with Fozzy.
This is a train wreck, is what Fozzy says. In the battle.
Very meta again.
Yeah, incredibly so. I mean, the thing I have to say, Def, about this battle, and kind of the reason why we're doing a video on it, it's not boring. It's quite lively and fun to watch, because it's just
one of the best battles of the year.
Yeah.
I think battling is kind of getting the point now where the worse it is, the better it is. A Koj versus Innuendo, absolutely loved that this year, because it was like just like all over the place, really. I've actually got a picture of Koj's face. His shocked reaction in that battle saved on my phone, just in case someone hits me up on the internet and I need to give them a shock reaction. Battles, I do quite like battles that are really bad, and this one's just really, really bad. So yeah, great battle.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps repeating "shit football team," the stuff that line, can't get off that line.
And then he says, he's got that, and then they're like, because you said it 20 fucking times, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking racist cunt.
And then basically says political views and religious views on Facebook say that this supports, and then I mean everything explodes.
That's all we had to say, really.
Balski's face is terrific. And
hello?
Can you hear me? Sorry.
I couldn't know. Cut out.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
I got you on religious views.
Oh, right. Yeah. And then he obviously says it, and then Balski's face, just the way the room explodes with the reaction is just, awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Really good.
I mean, just kind of, it is a viral worthy moment. I hate to say it, but it kind of is,
Yeah. And just kind of seeing Fozzy, just Fozzy's whole demeanor through the battle. I don't know if you watched, if you've seen like the early James Bond movies,
right?
But a lot of the scenes in especially in Dr. No, it's basically just James Bond sidling up to a bar, whilst the theme tune plays, and Fozzy's he's got that demeanor. I mean, he's relaxing, he's leaning on the bar like he's James Bond, just checking out the casino. Nothing phases him really. I mean, someone even says, "Look, he's scared," and he goes, "I'm not scared." I mean, he is Fozzy Balboa, and we need to enforce that he is the people's champ.
And basically Hulk is infusing him to say it word for word. He says he'll happily, it did add a great tension that Hulk was behind the camera, so you hear this voice pointed at him, like the sort of editing, kind of not on purpose is great. And Hulk saying he wanted to say it again because he was going to slap him. It adds this whole, this terror, this drama to what had been quite...
Stakes are up. Yeah. Like, is he going to say it again? And he says he will, but he doesn't. So it's kind of, he could drop it in a second.
I wanted to see Hulk's hand just come into screen and hit him, just like briefly, and then just retract.
Yeah, because I don't know if people know Hulk. Obviously, I'm guessing 70,000 of the views won't be King of the Ronalds fans, but Hulk's quite a big guy as well. Sure, yeah. So, yeah, if you know Hulk, then you know that Fozzy's probably going to get the shit kicked out of him. But then again, you know, Fozzy, he's been the underdog before, and he is the people's champ. So we must remember Fozzy Balboa. Southpaw.
Yeah, unorthodox punches, definitely.
Yeah.
Somehow Jax keeps going fairly. You know, he is quite stunned, as everyone is by what's happened, and he kind of continues. But
he doesn't mention it. He doesn't mention the N-word.
Well, he says you're racist undertones, and then Mickey like interrupts, and he's like overtones. I'd say.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he could have probably changed his whole round and just done it all on that, but. Yeah, and then he, of course, questions them. He puts the spotlight on Fozzy. He's like, did you or did you not say on that you're not being racist? But it's the classic, you know, just before you're about to be racist, you always say, I'm not being racist, but. And he says, did you not? Look, we're just having a friendly chat here. Did you not say that you're not being racist, but you were the only person on your coach who was white? And he's like, I did say that, yeah. So, I mean, you've got it's finally good to have a good, honest battler who just owns up to it in the moment. I mean, things might have went differently for Jefferson Price if he'd just been in the moment. Yeah, I did sleep with Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, you're right.
And Fozzy, you know, round 3 is chanted, because obviously this wasn't his final round. He didn't go off with a racist bang, as it were. He sort of came back in.
With the punches.
Well, he says, let me apologise. There's no going back, which is just kind of
he's right. Yeah, that's how Fozzy thinks, you know. Fozzy, no going back. Even though he did set white people back about 400 years. Fozzy, no going back. I'm getting that on a t-shirt. No going back with Fozzy's face on the back.
Yeah. Or his like cat design with the fucker in the pussy. Kind of like, let me get on with my third round. You know, I'm just going to bomb. He says this. He knows it. He says, I was scrolling through your Facebook to Jack. And then Jack gets proper angry. He said he can like smash his head
really
in.
Angry.
Like,
yeah. Because he mentioned his girlfriend. Which, it's one of the main angles that someone's going to use against you in a battle. So, I mean, I don't know if accepting a battle was the best idea if you're going to get angry about it. But to be fair, I think everyone wanted to knock Fozzy out by that point. But, you know, Fozzy is used to having his haters because, you know, he's one of those guys. He says, fuck the system. He means it. Fozzy Balboa, hashtag 2017. Fozzy for president.
And then, you know, basically he sort of says about the girlfriend, he's ashamed to be with her, etc. He realises then that this is probably going to go on YouTube.
That's the thing. He's really shocked. Probably will go on YouTube. You're right. When I signed up to this battle league, he suddenly has an epiphany in that moment. He's like, shit, when I signed up to this battle league that posts rap battles on YouTube, it probably will go on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to look like a massive tit.
It was just, you know, the fact that the battle ends then, and, you know, he kind of has disaster occurred as well, but he doesn't just leave. Like, obviously there's all this tension, but he should just walk out straight away. But he starts messing with his coat. He sort of apologises again. Fuck your apology, Hulk says. Hulk's in his face. You know, Jack is very unimpressed. You know, just leave, Foz.
Yeah, just get out, which he does. He leaves quite quickly. It's probably the quickest I've ever actually seen. He's like one of the, you know, when you were a kid and you were playing out with your friends and you suddenly couldn't be bothered, or someone started picking on you and you were like, I think I can hear me mum calling for me tea. It's sort of one of those moments. He got out of the venue really quick. I've never actually seen someone leave that quick, to be honest, after a battle, after a winning performance as well. So, you know, hashtag Fozzy Balboa, hashtag people's champ, you know, get that trending topic on Twitter now.
And we end, obviously, as you say, Fozzy's escorted out, don't come back, Hulk says, points the camera out. You sort of see just the last image of Fozzy's, him kind of slightly dejected, kind of turning.
But, the views have rolled in now, though, haven't they?
That's true.
It's become a commodity, or Fozzy, or a Fozmodity, or a Comfozity. But yeah, the views have started rolling in. I bet Mickey's inboxing them every 20 minutes, like, oh, come on, come back, we need the views. I'll let you say whatever you like. You have 20-minute rounds. Come back.
Fozzy is like KOTR's Blizzard now.
Yeah, he's a big guy now. He's big in the game.
Would you battle him?
Battle Fozzy?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to proofread his script first to make sure he was ticking all the angles. Yeah, I probably would. I mean, I wanted to battle Max Sherry for a while, but then the antics just got too much. But I think Fozzy, he's a big thing about accepting battles is it's got to be worth it for the views, and it's got to be worth it for. And obviously Fozzy, he's worth it for the views. I mean, he's got the highest viewed battle on King of the Ronalds.
You can't take that away from him at the end of the day.
No, you can't. And it's probably going to be that for a while, to be honest, because Tony D versus Dialect should probably be the highest viewed, and it's nowhere near it. So you'll probably have it for a while. But I bet Max Sherry's probably getting jealous or something. I bet he's probably going to do like his panic attack. He's probably going to get his shirt ripped all in the same battle. And I mean, you just never know with Mac. It could be anything.
That's true.
It'd be good to have Mac. I think Mac Sherry versus Fozzy might end up being the most viewed battle of all time.
Holy shit.
So, yeah. I mean, that'd be... I mean, they're probably trying to set it up right now. Fozzy will probably be thinking, like, is this definitely going to go on YouTube this time? Because I wasn't quite sure last time.
I just wonder about him, Def. Like, what is he? I tried to find him on Facebook, but his account was private. It was just kind of, it's just, has he just gone into hiding? Is he going to admit it? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know. He's probably... I mean, imagine walking in... you don't exactly move from Costa. You don't get sacked from Costa and end up working in, like, an office job or something. So he's probably working in another shop. He's probably working in Subway right now.
Right.
So yeah. I mean, you've just got to keep an eye out for him. You might be in Greg's one day and you see him behind the counter and he just gives you the little Alfred nod from the end of Dark Knight Rises, and you don't say anything back to him, just give a little nod. So
Master
who knows?
Foz.
Yeah, Master Foz. Yeah, he looks happy. So yeah, that's all I need. But yeah, I'm sure it's quite a highly viewed battle. So I'm sure it won't be long till someone bumps into him and takes a picture with him.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great.
He's sort of like the Yeti, isn't he? In a way, like there'll be like people popping up with pictures of him, but you'd be like, oh, is that actually Fozzy or is it the Fozness monster? I think some call them
the Fozness monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it would be wonderful. I mean, we're recording this episode the 7th of December. I wouldn't put it past the episode the battle to creep past 100k by the end of 2016. Yeah.
Well, the rate it's been growing. I mean, it has slowed down quite a lot.
Yeah.
But it's got 75k already in like a week, so and it's good that it's that kind of battle that's getting those views. I mean, I'm glad that someone like Fozzy's getting them, and it took so like 8 years to get those kind of views. So I'm glad that's the state of battling. It's really good. It's definitely made me want to come back to battling.
That's great, man. I mean, are we going to see you back in 2017?
No, probably not. No.
Wow.
No.
Okay, but I mean, maybe sometime. I guess you've got that legacy, haven't you? So.
Oh, massive legacy.
I mean, it should have ended on Saurus, as we agreed previously. Yeah. But, still great.
No one watches the DNA battle, so...
That's true.
It's probably one of DNA's lowest viewed battles, so... Yeah, good all round.
But obviously, we're not here to talk about you as much as
No,
like
we're not. We're
Fozzy,
here to talk about Foz Balboa, exactly.
Fozzy and Jack, and I guess just to wrap it up, I want to urge people to check out the battle if you haven't, rewatch it. It is a classic, and Def, I'm so grateful that you brought it, to say do an episode, because it was worth it. Like, it is just a train wreck, as it always gets said.
Yeah, instant classic. Mm-hmm. There's not, it gets better as it goes on. If you watch this battle, I highly suggest you watch Mac Sherry versus Bombshell. Very similar sort of battle where things start off bad and then get worse. So yeah, really, really enjoyable battle. Good on everyone, really. I mean, Mickey's hosting was amazing. Bowski's reactions were great. Kinnell's reactions were great. Hulk's camera work astounding. Just everyone in the battle was great. So if you were involved in this classic, I mean, hats off to you. You've made a defining moment in history. And if there were battle rap awards like the Oscars or the Golden Globes, right, you'd definitely be up there. On stage for quite a long duration of the ceremony, I think. Well,
Def, obviously I'm going to have you back really soon to do the award ceremony.
That's a nice little time. I didn't even think of that.
No, that was nice. And I have to sort of...
Any room for late editions?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll have to do when say someone passes away and they have like a special dedication award or something. I think maybe Fozzy versus Jack. Its own category.
We could have a best Batman performance in a battle for the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Because, there's been a couple.
Daylight?
I seen one the other day, actually. Someone was dressed up as Batman. They did a Batman versus Joker battle, right? And I'm getting completely off topic here. I was a bit annoyed by it because they weren't even rapping about Batman stuff. They were just rapping about guns, but both of them were in costume. So anyway, what were you saying?
No, I was...
What do you want? What do you want? I'm sick of these cold calls.
I was just saying that we'll be back to do the award ceremony soon. I don't really know what that's going to be. A grand experiment, really. I don't know how that will turn out, but we'll see anyway. But that'll be towards the end of the year. We're already kind of almost there. But Def, this has been great, man. Thanks as ever, bro.
Yeah, no bother. Yeah, take care. All the best, all the fans out there. Yeah, thanks for supporting. Thanks for cheering us on. I'm sure you had a great
Fozzy.
Half hour or whatever. Yeah, remember in the next UKIP elections to vote for Fozzy, of course. Fozzy is your champion. He's going to change the way that the country's run. There's going to be more white people per capita on the bus. So make sure you vote for him. If you're sick of being on the bus, and I'm going to stop this now because it's starting to sound really racist and I'm just being satirical. I'm going to have to
no, of course,
issue a Fozzy apology saying I'm sorry, it was so wrong. I did not mean to bomb.
There's no going back now.
No going back.
But Def, cheers, man.
Yeah, cool. All right, bye.